Hey folks, I just want to give you a little bit of insight into this video. We visited a friend of ours that moved out to East Texas back. He moved last year. We saw him in January of 2024, and that's when I taped all of this. He was still setting up his collection, trying to figure out exactly how he was going to lay it out and what even he was going to include in his actual displayed collection. So he started just talking from the beginning and walking through the different bookcases that he had set up and the toys that he had out on display. He had a lot of really interesting information that was news to me, because he went back to at least the 60s, maybe earlier, timeline of toys, and we really start in the 80s. We have a few things that drift into the 70s with Lego and Peanuts and Jim Henson and a couple things, but that wasn't even really what he collects. So it was fun to hear the history of what all he had and the different types of toys and how they were precursors for things like that ended up showing up in the 80s and 90s. And without those toys, we wouldn't have exactly what we have for what we collect. So he was very knowledgeable. I've quickly realized, ooh, this would be fun to tape. And so I just kind of started doing it. You have our commentary between Aaron and I just kind of saying, yeah, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay. And then asking a couple of questions and just listening to what he was sharing and the different toys they had. I was just taping this with my phone. It has no audio that's special with it. I'm still new to all this and trying to get, good shots on things, but it is what it is. So I did my best. I have tried to edit out some of the just us getting off topic and wandering off and talking about other things. But overall, you have his whole collection that's out on display presented in this video. And then I'm going to release next week a second part to this that has more of like the still photos of those figures that are in cases and back areas that he had things stored away but hadn't actually pulled them out and displayed or decided what to put up yet from those areas, so that this doesn't get too long, but we'll have that too. So go ahead and subscribe, make sure that you're following us, and you can see when those videos come out. I'll continue with setting up more videos on our move and everything that went into that and is still going on. And then where the collection is today and what we're sharing with toy hunting and what we're adding, toy hauls and everything else that we have going on. But for today, let's look at this East Texas toy collection that we got to visit and learn a little bit, maybe, about things that you didn't know about the toy history that led to our 80s, 90s toys that we have. Thanks for following us. Now to the video.
These are Ideal Super Queens.
Okay.
They were made by 1967, and they were put out by this company that did Captain Action.
Okay.
And so these are super rare. Like a lot of people get stuck on the little thing of is it a doll or action figure. If Mego made it, it's right there. Yeah. Oh, it's an action figure. That's a doll.
But it changes.
That's an action figure. That's a doll.
Look, that's a boy, that's girl.
If you go look at these, the very first figures were dolls. Everything is a doll.
If you go back to the 12-inch shows and everything.
If it's marketed towards a boy, it's an action figure. So this is truly a doll because it was marketed towards a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So here's all the Captain Action. Now, they came like this, and you bought an outfit, and you put it on and it came into a box.
Yeah.
These are custom boxes that I had because they don't make them coffin boxes, but I wanted to store them because I put the outfit. So I bought a Captain Action and then bought the outfit and then put it on the damn thing. So each one of those is the original Captain Action doll wearing the thing. So each one of those, like Superman's probably like, $500-$600 to put each piece
Did they send you different heads though? Because
No, they have a mask. So like here's Superboy, look.
Okay. So just is an over piece that covers and
and then you put the different outfit on him.
Funny. And so all of these okay.
And so they all just have different masks.
It's kind of creepy.
And so, but this was what's funny is the guy who took this concept to Hasbro. After he sold this to Hasbro, he took his money, bought the rights to Superman, Batman, all those, and then pitched the whole concept to Ideal, and then sold this to Ideal, and then leased them the properties
yeah.
to actually make these.
Yeah.
So the same guy that's responsible here is responsible here.
Yeah.
Now, they did this and this here. That's what this was.
Okay.
The other company that came out was Marks. Marks was doing plastic stuff. They usually did solid plastic figures with bases. First they came out with Stoney Smith. That's the other guy that they came up with, was like a knockoff G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Daniel Boone was the very next thing they came up with. And then they said, hey, that's kind of working. But they also came out with the Secret Agent, which is this Mike Hazard.
Yeah.
And since they said this is working, hey, that Johnny West shows on. Let's go ahead and do Best of the West and do Johnny. They did him, the Indian, and the chick right there. Then for some reason, I don't know why they did a crossover, because they're still like trying to figure out action figures, because the action figures should be for marketed towards boys. Why do I got a girls, right? So they created a whole damn family.
Yeah.
Well, then they had Indians, and then later on they did some Vikings, and then they did some Knights.
Yeah.
And then they did the Fort Apache guys, and then in the 70s, they carried over into the 70s here with this guy here and that sheriff and that other guy right there.
Yeah.
And there's even a General Eisenhower doll in the back right there that they made. So this carried over to the 70s. Although G.I. Joe carried into the 70s, the concept of the military died in 1968.
Then they started being action, and they did up different adventures and stuff. Yeah.
What's funny was A.C. Gilbert was the ones that made trains. They decided they were going to do action figures because they had like the little things. Well, their stuff is the most doll-like, but they're actually the one that actually coined the phrase
Action figure.
because these were action heroes. They actually coined the phrase action figure. But theirs was the least action figure out of all of them because they were dolls. Now, this guy, he usually came naked with just a little thing. Here's his actual real James Bond outfit.
Okay.
This is one that I bought in the meantime till I found it, because this damn thing is super hard to find.
Yeah.
Now that I found it, I need to take this one off to put this one on him. But I actually wasn't even on there.
Probably too.
Yeah, because this was just one that I found because I wanted James Bond in his stuff. But he is the most doll-like.
Of all of them, yeah.
Just like Honey West. Honey West, they did such a bad thing with her that she was yelling about her head that they did, that they made her do. They did another head mold. And
I wonder how much
and when
actual
they did
actresses and actors
this
have.
is one of the newer head molds. Very hard to find, but I could need to get another doll to put that on.
And nice hair.
Yeah.
Because if you see what she looks like normally, oh my God, now you can see why she was yelling.
Okay.
She was going, that's me, I want a new head mold.
Yeah, she looks...
Well, by the time they came up with that head mold, they discontinued this line. So to get that head, they had these boxes of these heads in the factory.
They were just selling heads.
Well, no, they weren't selling. They were just boxes, but someone finally got them, and they had a few heads that actually did go out.
Yeah.
But later on, someone found these, so you could buy a head
and they
from
knew
a collector.
What it was, yeah.
And I need to get a doll
to
put it on, because as you can see, that's much prettier than that. And
well, they kind of just put a line for her lips. It was like drawing a smiley face on her. Her gun. Are you looking for the gun?
well, there was a.
Okay.
I also have a lion. Her cat. She came with a cat.
Oh, okay.
And it's.
She had to have an accessory. She was a girl toy.
But this. It's the dress that I was going to put on, the one that I found that was fancy once I put the head on.
Yeah.
Now, Man from U.N.C.L.E. came out, and they had a little different outfit there. James Bond also had Odd Job. Now, he came in a karate outfit. Now, there is one that was a Montgomery Ward or Sears exclusive, where James Bond was released wearing a pinstripe blue suit, and Odd Job actually had his top hat and his suit on instead of his stuff. Trying to find those, super rare. That being said, the only other guy that they really did back in the day, before that in the 60s, was Johnny Hero. Okay. And you got an outfit for him. That's what those were in there, if either football or baseball. So you could be like Houston Oilers or whatever. But this is what he first looked like. You see this?
Let's see, what's going on with this?
Touch that. The problem is that stuff gets real black now. It's like a foam over a wire.
And like disintegrates.
It disintegrates.
Like how they
So is he flocked? Yeah, he's very defined. Muscle definition.
He's not flocked. It's just
it's just the texture of it.
It's just old.
Yeah, just the way it's breaking down. That's interesting. Almost looks like there's a little feathering.
They came out with Johnny Hero, and then they came out with Olympia Hero. but they sold the outfits.
Okay.
And the only other thing that they made, action figure wise, of the 60s is these. American Heroes did Bonanza.
Oh yeah, that was
American
popular.
Characters is what it was.
It's like it's window plasticless packaging.
So, what's
He's
funny
articulated.
is they are not the same scale as anything else. This is the smallest scale of anything. So if you actually wanted, some people say the first real action figure, if you ask me, is Mark's because it's molded. But then some would go, well, it's still too tall. Here you go.
Yeah.
Later on in the 70s, they came out with these guys,
Okay,
which
so
is
they
smaller.
were a later release.
These 70s guys were. And these were Rat Patrol figures, super hard to get, comes with a Jeep.
Okay.
But these guys were the 70s that kind of carried over with those there. These here, American Characters, 1960s also, and died off. And so, the Boo McDare, these are the other part, which is also Mark's stuff there. It's kind of a mixture of. Now this here, if you know Barbie, you should know these. The reason why is Tammy was one of the biggest dolls that came out by Ideal to compete with Barbie in the early 60s, and she had her friend Misty.
Okay.
They used the same body for those
As the girls.
as those over there,
did with the
and they came in a
superheroes.
phone booth, which was pretty cool. Ideal
Are
also
they both in
made,
phone booths? Oh, okay. Yeah. They're both there.
and right down there is Samantha from Bewitched, the very
Oh, okay.
first Samantha in 1967 Ideal.
Another Tammy.
Yeah, that's me, just like it. Me liking the history. Other
Yeah.
thing is these right. Major Matt Mason. Major Matt Mason was
That makes me nervous saying like that. You're gonna damage your box.
Major Matt Mason right there. Outside of
Those are
the,
fun.
outside of those little guys,
Uh-huh.
the alien guys on the side are Colorform Outer Spacemen,
Okay.
which are the ones I showed you in there,
Yeah,
which
that
is
we
the
were
carded
looking at.
one, and this one here.
Yeah. I was
Now-
gonna say that alien, the purple one's awesome.
Those are made by Colorform, and a guy made those to play with Major Matt Mason,
Okay.
which was Mattel's first run, which were Bendy figures also,
Okay.
which is kind of funny because you had that crossover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's your 60s. Then we start getting into the 70s. That's your Lone Ranger and your Gilbert stuff. And then you just start getting into your adventure team, as you know. And then Archie was Mark's little thing that they did at the bottom. And then I saved this shelf because I wanted to put Star Wars,
Yeah,
12-inch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because when people come in, they want the awe factor. Oh my God, you have a C-3PO and R2-D2.
You don't have
Oh
those yet, do you?
my.
No, not yet. But
It's always good to have a list.
this right here, Chrome Dome, they actually put him out as a Montgomery Run exclusive to play with $6 Million Man because they didn't have it. And
Had to have
Mego
somebody.
actually made it, not even Kenner. But Kenner's first line that they actually made was these right here.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say there's Boy Scouts.
Uh-huh.
Where
Aren't you know?
is that? I mean, they were just released as Boy Scouts.
Yeah, it was Bob, Craig Scout and Bob Scout. Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
But that was the first thing, and then they got the license for $6 Million Man,
Oh yeah.
and then that actually took in the whole market. Pretty much killed GI Joe, along with Mego being
Yeah.
there. LJN, these are SWAT and rookies.
Like how they're different. They had all different heads.
And so they actually are characters from a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was one called Emergency, which is this one right here, which was another TV show. So
Oh,
LJN made Emergency, SWAT, and Rookies, which was kind of like nowadays Grey's Anatomy with that other show that they have.
Yeah, the spin-offs
That
and
they
stuff
did-
that they
yeah,
overlap and they cross.
overlap. Yeah,
You
and then
see
starts
some of the
getting
same
Hutch.
people.
I had these custom boxes made because no one ever knows who they are because they usually came on a card, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like they're like, who's Chopper? Who's Huggy Bear, right?
So you know exactly where it came with,
Mm-hmm.
and then who's making your boxes? These are amazing.
Oh, there's a guy online that's
That
just
just
on
does
eBay.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Laverne and Shirley with Linny and Squiggy. These are
Yeah.
the shows, and Mork and Mindy and Happy Days. These all came on about the same time, so they could all be on the same
They
shelf.
can go together. Yeah.
I mean, I put Suzanne
Perfect.
Summers down there, and if you look, she has the same dress as
Oh, yeah.
Sunny
Right
and
down
Cher, and then that's Donnie Marie
Donnie
Osmond,
Marie,
Kathy
okay.
Tennille, Kiss Dolls in the back, and Michael
There's
Jackson.
Yeah.
But the only reason I have put this up here is because if you look at it from this way, you can see the Three's Company people. You know,
Yeah.
that's one a little weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is JJ Arms here. This is dang it,
It's that guy from like.
Captain Action. What was it? He was actually a real guy that was a private eye back in the day, but they made him kind of like this, which was Big Jim. These are Big Jim.
Oh, those are Big Jims?
And these are Matchbox Fighting Furies.
Huh.
And this guy is pretty hard to get, Fighting Fury, also, because they only did the Western series overseas.
Okay,
So no Big Jim animals?
No. But there is Grizzly Adams in Tacoma, which is the Indian, which also was from Big Jim.
Are you looking for the Big Jim cat? It's also Battle Cat?
Not really.
Not interested?
The reason why is because if you notice, I try to stay away from the animals and stuff and play sets because it takes up too much room.
Space.
So,
yep. We understand that. Yep.
Magna PI.
Aaron would be so
I know.
ISIS.
jealous.
Action Jackson was the, Migos' first little thing on the doll stuff.
Okay.
With the actual figure where you actually bought outfits and put on them. Until they decided to come up with these guys.
And then they had the wardrobe attached.
Then you bought a figure. If you wanted a Joker, you bought a Joker. You didn't buy an Action Jackson and bought a jungle suit.
Yeah.
You bought a...
had to put a mask over his face.
You bought the guy that you wanted and you got him. You know what I
Was he
mean?
supposed to wear a mask?
And they started off with Star Trek and Planet of the Apes is where it actually really kicked off.
If you ever find another one of these at a decent price, I need one for my friend who I gave the Magna PI figures to.
And then down below is Dynamite, which is Migos' little thing to Barbie because she had 5 feet you could buy. That's
Dynamite.
that's
That's
the
awesome.
larger scale of the same Wizard of Oz
Wizard of
figures
Oz,
over there.
yeah.
Same company from the time of the 80s. And then the Knickerbocker Annie dolls.
Yeah.
I'm missing Molly.
I always see Annie. I never see Hobjob or the
Pujab.
Pujab.
Jim, yeah.
And then those are Hasbro 9-inch Charlie's Angels with custom boxes and Welcome Back Carter in custom boxes. And
So they would all come on.
and the
card
way
backs.
you know that they're custom boxes because they never came in a box; they came on a card.
Yeah, they came in a card.
And
but-
so then you know it's a custom box, but it displays
That
nice.
looks so nice though, and then you have them standing. You know, they're not gonna fall down as much.
So right there, I want to put a Michael Knight and Kit bottom shelf. Here, I'm going to put the
Chips?
no what do you want to call it?
Chips on that shelf, but
The General Lee.
Generally.
And then here I'm going to put Ideal's Stuntman Evil Knievel.
Okay.
nice.
So it'd be
Right,
the same, like one of these type size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In front of
where you kind of have the higher and lower, but you can see everything. Yeah, and it
that.
ties together.
That kills the 70s. So
Throw it,
everything
okay.
here over is 70s and 60s. 80s starts right
there.
Okay, so there's your Sunman.
Yeah.
All original?
All original.
All the different heads.
So you got your 4 guys in the back, you got your 3 different variations of Pighead, and then you got your 4 other guys that they actually made.
Very nice.
And then these are Galaxy Fighters. And the reason I put them on the side is because a lot of people aren't going to know these little sidelines. That's what I call them, on these little sides. Because these are like the weird knockoff lines or plays well with lines.
No, what I
Came
love
together,
though is
yeah.
you see He-Man.
Oh, you see how they
You see
went
He-Man and you
perfectly.
see big, and then kind of go to the side. It's like, wow, those really go with those, and these are really cool, and these are really cool. They go really well with those.
And so then I put these here, but this is a different because there's 3 combo guys in the back. These are Galaxy Warriors, and these are Muscle Warriors. The other guys are actually over here for the combos, but I'm thinking about getting rid of these guys because I don't like them.
That's
like
the other
those
part
three.
of collecting is you can just
Well, as you
do
can
what
only
you
have
want.
so much space,
And
yeah, a lot of times I was a completist, but in most time I am, but I now get away.
I wonder what the horse said though. You should keep him. I like the animal ones.
Well,
Some
like
ones.
I like this, like the Figment
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
they're super
Alf,
cute
and,
and
you know,
Alf, yeah.
where's the beef? You know?
Yeah, we have like 2 shelves that are just like a miscellaneous mixed match.
Yeah,
The wings aren't broken.
yeah. And then here are the Remco Secret of the Ninja figures. Series 1 with Karate Kid figures, but I just have one of each character of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
These are Secret of the Ninja figures Series 2. Most people don't even know these exist.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we've seen.
And these are called Smack
That mask is
Fighters.
awesome.
They're really cool figures. They're kind of like a Blue Box made them in the early 80s. They got real hair. They came with combs and swords.
Oh, nice.
And they came out with 3 different fighting teams. And the way you could tell is the different color of comb. Each fighting team came with their own color
Tie them
comb.
together.
It's kind of funny.
So
Their hair is awesome.
Do you have the other?
Universe, because this is the one that really kicked it. And you notice here's my little Mexican bootleg guys up here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know some other guys I gotta ask you about when we get to them. That I was like, that's He-Man, right? But it's not.
But if you notice, most of these are just Series 1 and Series 2 with a few guys in there. But these are the main guys that I like.
Yeah, they're the most recognizable. The ones
Now,
I
these
actually
are
know.
the Thundercats
Yeah.
and Tiger Sharks.
Okay.
So,
Are you leaving space to fill in?
Tiger Shark, Tiger Shark, Tiger Shark, Tiger Shark, Tiger Shark. So, the super rare, hard to get.
And the back's amazing.
And then
I really
here's
like the Walrus
Bengali
face,
and
too.
Linkso.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get all the Thundercats because I don't like some of the stupid Series 3 that they did. Captain Cracker, come on.
It's a little ridiculous.
Really, yeah. I want to get a couple more of the
Aaron, I really like
Tiger
this
Sharks.
line.
What do you say?
I really like the line
I
on the
do.
left. when you
I
do
do.
the
I
shark.
put it. I have a.
Look at the manta ray guy and the walrus
had a-
guy and the other walrus guy. Yeah, they're cool.
And so then I kind of went down because I was like, what's iconic?
Yeah.
Mask and Transformers, right? The only thing that I wish I actually had a little more room for is Mask. I would like to have Gator, the chip.
Hey,
Yeah.
have an extra one. Talk
Do
to
you need the
Aaron.
box or just the vehicle?
Just a vehicle. I just wanted a complete
I think
Gator.
it's sold it.
I need to look at those
And
things,
then
but yeah.
we kind of cross over because we get into the other, because these don't fit into that case.
Yeah.
Because she looks down, she looks stupid, and she's just too fat. But then you got to have the Bill and Ted going on for the 90s. And
Have you
then-
seen the telephone booth in Jefferson?
Uh-uh.
There's a Bill and Ted's telephone booth at the Jefferson Hotel outside of it.
And then you wouldn't believe how much the damn muscle belts go for nowadays.
Really?
I couldn't believe that. I was like, whatever. And then down here is that kind of rando shelf. You got Rambo in the back,
yeah.
Sectors. Then you have Phoenix, Rocky figures. I'm going to put the other 18 guys here. I decided to make room. These are the 80s ninja guys. I like the little geese.
Yeah.
And then these are like Soma wrestlers is what they are. And with Chuck Norris, Karate Commando.
You just need to be hanging out, yeah.
I'm just going to get the other 18 guys and put right
yeah.
there. And then down here, I got the over-the-top guys, Ninja Assassins. Down at the back is Brave Star. And these are Galaxy Warriors. I'm so sorry, Galaxy Rangers.
Okay.
And I had a whole set, a card, and I sold them to Raul. And so I'm picking them back loose. He actually has a furry thing, but I need to get something to hang it on to him, like kind of some chain or something.
Where's your Sylvester Stallone over the top?
I still need him.
Oh, you don't have him yet?
Yeah. So I got a couple spots for him. So the one, Sheriff Solar. People are going to go, who's that? The guy in the back? Super rare. Nobody even knows what the hell they are, but it's another one of
Those
those
are fun,
cowboy
though.
western line. These are part of the X-Changing line that goes along with the X-Force, like those guys I showed you there with the Hawks. Same thing with these guys. These are the Cosmic Cowboys here. And then, of course, the Nightmare Warriors. Everybody, everybody wants those.
And they glow in the dark?
Skeleton.
Or do
No,
they-
just people just want them.
Well, with the lighting, it looks like they probably like almost would.
But the
Like,
whole thing about X-Changers,
They're
what
cool.
you were supposed to be able to do is pull off their legs and their
Okay.
arms, and you could
like
replace
interchange
them,
them and switch
interchange
stuff
them
out, yeah.
with the other guys. So that was one of the things. So these here, you could do pop off some stuff. This guy doesn't even come with the vest, but when I bought him, someone had put a badass vest on him, and I
Yeah.
thought it looked so good.
It does.
I left
good,
it
yeah.
on him because I'm leaving that on him. That looks cool.
It's better quality than what they came with. Look at the, that's like leather versus.
But if you look these up and you look at a carded one, they want like $1,000 on eBay for it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Then you got your Conan and your Warlords. That brings you kind of over here when you have your Warrior Beast, your Flexitron guys, and your Pirates. That's your Roomco stuff. your fantasy world. These are the ones that have those
Wait,
real.
so where did this one come from that looks like He-Man? That's one that was. That
These?
one right there. Yeah, right there.
Flexitron. They're bendable figures.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy's
Is it
the
supposed to
one.
look like He-Man? I mean, that one looks like Skeletor and He-Man.
Yeah, the people.
Together.
This one right now on eBay at $8.99. I think. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Now I've seen these on YouTube all the time.
I've seen,
The
I've
Warrior
seen
Yeah,
Beast?
him.
yeah.
Those guys back
Warrior
there.
I like
back,
this.
Those are
They're really
nice.
cool. And actually in person, and they're actually really nice,
Yeah.
especially air conditioned ones.
And then here's the this one. Look, that's Danny Trejo. Look.
Oh, it is, yeah.
That
Is
looks
that
like,
too?
but it looks just like him. But I always love that. But these are Sparkle wrestlers, and they made these defenders of the planet here, and so Sparkle's here, which is really
Because
cool.
that looks like Wonder Bread He-Man back there. With the brown hair.
Kinda, yeah.
It looks like.
And then these are your AWA Rimco wrestlers. Now I have more because there's some in the box. These are the ones I like, but this one, that one, and those guys in the back, and those are your high dollar ones. That's Boris Zukov, Nor the Barbarian, the Sheik, and then those are the rockers in the back. Buddy Rose, he has like some stuff. They have some other ones. These are the Freebirds. So if you're from Texas, you know they fought the Von Erichs, Freebirds, Road Warriors. But I didn't keep all of them because there's some of them over there in the box that's going bye-bye.
Yeah.
I haven't decided what the shelf is because, like I said, I started putting some stuff, but my carded stuff's going to go here. But you got to have your Kojak, your Battlestar Galactica, Cylons, and your Twiggy. And here's a MacGyver.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've never seen a MacGyver.
That's fun.
I had a better condition one, but I sold it to Jaden at one time and picked that one up instead.
Toys.
Yeah. And then down here is kind of like Galaxy. Those Galaxy guys in the back with the cloths closed, they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then you got these Infaceables, not Infaceables, Supernaturals.
Yeah.
Oh, super
Dude,
Yeah.
Planet of the
On the island.
Defenders of the Earth, and Conan. So Coneheads.
Cone heads. Yeah, I saw those as soon as we came
And then, of course,
downstairs.
the Blank and Dick Tracy, and then the other guys.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
blank. Carded one too.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then
quality
what I
one.
wanted to do is put right here on the bottom shelf, Beetlejuice.
Okay.
That would be a good tie-in, yeah.
Yeah, because Beetlejuice. And then I put Voltron there.
You have all the Dick Tracy's?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Did you open them up off the card?
Pretty much.
Usually like $12 a card. I mean, unless you're the blank.
I didn't pull him off. And then, of course, this Max FX, the alien guy, you know what
movie,
most of these are. Yeah, Strawberry
Nice
Shortcake.
strawberry shortcake.
Uh,
So you
and
sell
so-
the other strawberry shortcake since you have that one?
huh?
You sell the other strawberry shortcake since you have that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one, the hat's on, and I like the way that one
Yeah.
displays better.
This plays better. I really like your Voltron. Planche Place Voltron.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made the Planche Place Voltron actually as the full set like that.
They did, and they had the boxes, which normally was Canada, which was the little box sets that they did separate.
Oh, the
They
separate
did-
ones are Canada and the.
A lot of them, yeah.
Okay.
And that one was overseas, but you could also buy that here.
That's
now-
a nice set.
Thanks for fucking us. Yeah. Thanks for watching us, and now to the video.